The quadrennial mudslinging that's often a hallmark of the presidential campaign has reached new levels this cycle, and in New Jersey has metastasized to a congressional race. We avoid highlighting hate crimes on this program, given that perpetrators often seek publicity. But a candidate of Indian extraction has been the target of criminally ugly attacks. Michael Hill reports.
Until now, it was an under-the-radar race between four-term incumbent Congressman Leonard Lance and political upstart Peter Jacob, a social worker, Christian, and the son of Indian immigrants.
And I grew up in this community. This is home for me. We never felt like we needed to put cameras outside our home.
But today, Jacob stood near the newly installed surveillance camera and swastikas spray-painted on his family's house. And as he pondered whether mischievous teenagers did this, he quoted Frederick Douglass.
It is easier to heal misguided children than it is to fix broken men.
The Jacob campaign accuses the Lance campaign of sharing this blog post on Facebook. It quotes Jacob as saying the Orlando nightclub killer was more than just a product of radical Islam, but also felt challenged by internalized homophobia. And it put the killers and Jacob's pictures side by side.
A message that basically says, here is a brown-skinned person next to another brown-skinned person who was a terrorist. Is this the person you want to vote for? Lance's campaign said it did share the blog. The blog does not compare Jacob to the killer, and Jacob's campaign is trying to drag Lance Jacob's beef with a blogger. The swastikas drew a slew of political and religious leaders, condemning this second attack in 3 days. The first targeted Jacob campaign signs and the sidewalk.
When you say the kinds of things that the Republican nominee has said, you are sowing a lot of ill will and a way for people to feel that that's okay.
It is dangerous. It is inhuman. And it creates nothing but violence and separatism amongst the peoples.
It's important that we as a community come together and reject this type of hate.
I want to sound this shofar for justice for us all.
Whether it was a candidate for Congress or whether it is a citizen, we take this seriously. This is not reflective of what happens here in the Township of Union.
Republican incumbent Congressman Leonard Lance wanted to attend Peter Jacobs' news conference, but was told, among other things, he was not welcome.
We're not making this a political event. We're not making this event to score any type of brownie points or things like that. We're doing this to unify the community, talk about racial issues, talk about religious bigotry that exists. That's what we're trying to do.
But he said he wanted to stand with you at this time in unity.
I respect that, I appreciate that, but we as a community, we're standing together right now, and I'm comfortable with this.
Lance says he repudiates some of what Trump says, but still supports Trump, and that may have earned him the rejection to stand with Jacob.
I think that we should unite as Americans to make sure that this sort of horrible behavior never occur, and we should criticize it to the greatest extent possible.
Behavior and crimes Union Township Police are investigating. Michael Hill, NJTV News.